Hello, I am Kim Changhee from the Product Service Planning Department of AhnLab. What I would like to talk about today is the current state of our security operations environment and the upcoming security measures that AhnLab is preparing. I brought it from the movie title. Right now, we are surrounded by too many threats and dangers. In particular, our security experts often use the expression everything, everywhere, all at once, similar to a movie title, to describe the recent security threat situations. Currently, we are facing many challenges in a complex operational environment. Not only malware, but also ransomware, vulnerabilities in various software, and our assets that are unmanaged or in blind spots. The subjects that need to be protected, it's a situation where I have to see all of this. Now, it is a generalized home or remote working environment, and the increased use of cloud and SaaS within companies or organizations, there is a phenomenon where they are gradually moving beyond the existing security boundaries and need to monitor everywhere, of course, all at once. As a result, if you look at the data from global research institutions, global cybersecurity experts, 75% of today's threat environment has changed over the past 5 years. They are saying it was the most difficult. Budget, security, and talent shortage issues are common challenges faced globally. In such a situation, simply surviving is not enough. It is stated that it is insufficient, referring to the content of the period's data. What changes will come in the future? It seems that many difficulties are already approaching. What kind of days are our customers spending? I am really quite curious about where you are, very much so. Various research institutions' content. When considering all the global aspects together, looking at the future security environment, I think it can be grouped into 4 main categories. If I go through them one by one, first of all, as mentioned in the keynote session earlier, this is about AI and security. Changes in paradigms are occurring. Generative, in the case of AI, whether it is technology or processes, in every aspect of a person, to cause a seismic shift. Many forecasts are emerging. However, the automation of attacks and the generation of fake news, in particular issues of sexual exploitation in cyberspace, and identity impersonation using deepfake. All of these things. Attacks are also evolving by utilizing AI. In particular, the advancements in AI have led to fake videos and fake audio. It's a fake voice. Fake voice. The costs associated with this configuration are becoming quite affordable, and it is becoming easier to use. From the attacker's perspective, it is now possible at a low cost. It can be easier to reach an attack. I am just looking at it this way. The second is cyber. It is a redefinition of skill sets in response to the evolution of security, from existing authentication to patching. Utilization of generative AI data modeling. Decision-making involves these various elements. The skills required in cybersecurity. It is now expected to continue expanding. In particular, focusing on existing protection models. If the skill set had been composed, now it is about the risks related to assets or the identification of assets. Based on this, check, such that can be acted upon and executed. There should be various different models. A lot of content is coming out. Also zero trust. Starting with network access and endpoint security. Network security. There needs to be convergence. The topics are being discussed as essential, especially in OT security. Similar topics are also being discussed as physical hardware merges with IT. Now, security models, there is a lot of content needed here. So now, rather than talking about OT security, systems are also defined in the form of CPS, such as cyber-physical systems. The third is increased utilization of cloud and open source. This is about changes in ownership. Identify the priorities of threats. Assigning roles to the appropriate departments. Work of security department. Inappropriate security responses continue to occur, especially SaaS or remote work. Due to these activations, the surfaces of attacks are continuously expanding. There are already various solutions that have been implemented. Interactions regarding this are clearly necessary. I see it this way. Also in the cloud, due to the cloud, beyond just virtual machines. Now, the utilization of native elements is increasing. Security concerns about natives are a discussion topic. It exists, and there is also approaching natively, developing and operating. Continuously establishing a collaborative pipeline in business, no longer just security's duty, also involves operations. The development department also needs to take on the role of security. These various departments must be integrated into the security process. It has become a situation. Therefore, redefining roles is clearly necessary. We are using such expressions: overall security for effective security, the redefinition of the framework, removing redundant elements in the security operations. Identify the elements need to be secured. Bridging the gap. More efforts of this kind are needed. It exists. There is also... Now let's recover a bit more. There is a need to strengthen resilience-centered capabilities. There are many explanations available. You need to have effective response and recovery capabilities. Easily manage the complexities of an organization. It could also be operated. An organization in cybersecurity that can prosper sustainably. Now let's build anew. There are many discussions about the need to configure. So, security. Redefinition of the framework. There is a need for a shared understanding of the vision. In conclusion, we can confidently summarize the information with these points. The security environment it is expected that difficulties will continue to increase. The way we have been doing things so far, it is now difficult to prepare. Overall, it is being summarized. In other words, to defend everything perfectly from everything, it is a reality that cannot be blocked. Allowable failure, organization and process. There are many discussions about the need for it to be established. Additionally, the tools and operations of security should reduce complexity. It needs to be effectively organized. Above all, we need to secure more personnel for security. To cultivate, we must constantly make efforts. The overall content is being concluded. In 4 main categories, I have briefly mentioned topics related to future security. So how should we respond to the security environment in the future? And the guide fee, I will let you know exactly what the prepared content is. The guide is from 1988. It started with a vaccine to treat brain viruses. It is currently offered under the brand name V3. Currently, we are starting with this vaccine program. With solutions and services in various areas, we are continuously developing responses and technologies to the environment. V3 is for businesses and institutions. It is installed and operated on multiple PCs and servers. As a result, various corporate situations or events, monitoring, measures for treatment. There are situations that need to be managed. Monitor infections through a management platform called EPP. I am performing roles related to managing policies. Another in device management. An area that cannot be overlooked is patch management. Within the same platform, we provide services to manage patches. This is OS, patches and updates for software. We provide features that can be easily managed consistently. Next, the level of security for each terminal will be addressed. Quantifying security postures for continuity. We are providing manageable features. PC terminal levels are scored and, if necessary, able to continuously manage scores. We provide comprehensive solutions of this kind. Above all, what needs to be managed in a company is management of personal information protection, providing areas. The data that exists on the terminal, it can include various personal information. Regarding the files within such devices, what types of personal information are there? In what forms are files containing personal information being leaked? You must monitor these things. These features are provided as an integrated platform. Additionally, it is a product that we launched recently in July. In addition to the existing vaccines, a medium that was simply provided in an on-off manner. Expand the control functions into a more detailed form of management. A product was launched as a separate module. So this time to the endpoint platform. You can express it, in other words, simply as plus, or even as it is often referred to. And proactive security, in particular, the detection and analysis of security threats, EDR, a solution that enables more proactive responses, plus of the endpoint. Many of you may know about EDR, behavior towards the system, actions related to the process, various complex actions, based on various evidence, the ability to actively seek out and track threats. You can think of it as a solution of this kind. Looking at the overall picture, we are taking elements related to the endpoint, ultimately the most fundamental, to enhance the security of devices a bit more. With the vision of Endpoint Plus, continuously develop, we are currently undergoing processes of integration. Now, going beyond endpoint security, if you look at it from a boundary perspective, the largest pathway through which external elements are entering. There is security for email and the web. A role is clearly needed. Files coming in through email or the internet, or dangerous URLs. By analyzing these things, the solution that can respond is MDS. We are supplying a solution called MDS, Email Security, Web Security, APT Security. In this way, we are providing this MDS solution through a technology called Sandbox, because it is a product capable of virtual analysis. Connect to the endpoint security platform for analysis. Withhold execution on unverified processes, or connect it. We are providing additional capabilities that allow for more analysis. If we expand a bit more on perimeter security, as you all know, a firewall is the most basic solution. There is a firewall solution operating within the political organization. Another aspect is the various connections from external sources. A VPN can also be used for secure connections. Additionally, various external inputs are coming in. Network intrusion attacks through vulnerabilities. Various things. Network intrusion that can defend against vulnerability attacks. Detection solutions are essential as a basic requirement. It is also the part that is being installed, especially to protect networks and services. DDoS in a specific area. Many defense solutions are also being established. Various things. Areas of network security also involve integrated monitoring. Integrated policy management is necessary. We have an integrated TMS. We are providing security solutions together. In addition to this, add a sandbox. Can analyze together. Roles can also be carried out. As a plus factor, it can now be considered zero trust. Zero trust, network access. It is expected to become an essential component in the future, implicitly, only within us. Once access is somehow gained, it starts to happen internally. It was an implicit trust relationship where any activity was permitted. Now let's articulate these trust relationships more explicitly. The concept that there is a need for management is precisely zero trust, network access, so that the legitimate user at the legitimate time, legally through a legitimate device, accessing the system. When they come in, this person needs the necessary system. The form that connects only to resources is called zero trust. It can indeed be seen as GTNA. In this way, also adding to the network, continuously evolving. It is organized as a comprehensive and efficient single platform. Another platform is the cloud. Most likely, everyone uses the cloud. I believe you will be there. Public cloud, or the private cloud that you are using on your own. All these areas of the cloud are cloud. It is referred to as a workload. In other words, security for role-based virtual servers includes measures such as vaccines or host-based IPS application control, integrity monitoring. These functional elements are necessary. Is being configured. Overall integration. Management is being conducted through a platform called CPP. In particular, recently, it is slightly more cost-effective than virtual servers. Proven efficiency. The utilization of containers is expanding. We also have this cloud security platform, CPP, adding container security to existing physical servers or virtual environments, servers plus containers. Security can integrate security management. It is provided as CPP for operational management. In addition to this, a virtual firewall optimized for network cloud environments. Virtual IPSs are also being supplied. Overall cloud. Security platforms. With the platform Cloud Plus, we are continuously developing, evolving, and growing together. Next is the service area. The areas related to the service can effectively utilize our product, the professional services that we are providing, or forensic services, security monitoring. This is the most basic service. Furthermore, now expert monitoring services for EDR, monitor these through MDR. The security personnel focused on security operations. Now including the areas of terminals, we are proceeding forward steadily. Another one is now called attack surface management. Services that manage security concerning the attack surface. We are now preparing additional penetration testing, a pen test that can be considered a test. Services too. Preparations are underway, and these parts will be released soon. I think I can provide an explanation. Overall, existing security services based on areas, services are incorporating additional elements one by one. We are continuously making improvements and enhancements to the platform. Such diverse areas and platforms, and to operate the solutions, the complexity of operations is bound to increase. Silos in security are unavoidable. To solve this, XDR solutions have started to emerge. Correlate various security logs and events from different systems. Analyze to identify risks. My measures regarding risk. Priorities and actions. Guide or automated response. Through these things, comprehensive security. The solution that can enhance operational efficiency is XDR. I think you can perhaps just consider it like this way. We consider this XDR as the top platform for security, composition and feat, intelligence and security, automating along with orchestration. Continuing with the platform called Connect, I am just trying to move forward. In general, from endpoints to the cloud, network security service, up to the top XDR, we continue with a wide range of technologies and solutions, is currently in the process of developing. Also, all solutions are the performance of AhnLab's AI in terms of security and the operations regarding security. We are continuously upgrading. If existing AI was at the center of the detection area for security, now there is a significant shift towards the operational side of security. Through these various AI elements, I will further enhance the efficiencies and productivity in operations significantly throughout the entire process. The guidance department has briefly mentioned the plus so far: rebranding, platforms in each security area, upcoming security, technology related to environments. We are conducting ongoing research on functionality. These contents will be in the afternoon. You can also check the details in the session. See it in person at the booth. Answers to the concerns you have been pondering in the field or industry. I will give you a little. I think it might be possible to find it. This is the end of the prepared materials. This concludes my presentation, and thank you for your attention and time. I appreciate your interest.